With September 2 right around the corner, it's time to get excited and ready for a fresh start. Whether you're preparing your children for a new school year, getting your own study materials in order, or just planning a productive week ahead, this is the moment to tie up any loose ends. Hello and welcome to our Back to School Countdown edition of Jamaica Magazine. I'm your host, Audrey Williams. With the reopening of school just 2 days away, here's how you can make the most of this weekend. Organize school supplies. Iron uniforms and work clothing to avoid tardiness on the first day. Set goals you want to achieve this year. Adjust routines to have a smooth week. Relax and recharge to prepare mentally for what's ahead. Got it? Okay, we have an interesting lineup for you, so don't go anywhere. We'll be back after the news.
Good day, I'm Theodore Henry, and this is your JIS News for Friday, August 30, 2024. Minister of Labour and Social Security Pernell Charles Jr. says the government does not expect any significant fallout from the Canadian Prime Minister's recent announcements regarding the temporary foreign worker program. On Monday, Canada's Prime Minister Justin Trudeau revealed that he plans to lower the number of temporary foreign workers and permanent residents being let into that country due to changes in their labour market. Through the Overseas Employment Program, the Ministry of Labour partners with employers in Canada to arrange jobs for Jamaicans under the Low Skills Workers and Seasonal Agriculture programs. Minister Charles Jr. says he does not expect the farm work program to be significantly impacted.
Of note, Prime Minister Trudeau made it clear that there will be exceptions for the food security sectors like agriculture and food and fish processing, as well as construction and healthcare, where acute staff shortages still exist in Canada.
Still, he says the government is taking proactive action.
Notwithstanding, the government of Jamaica has proactively assigned our permanent secretary, Colette Roberts-Risden, on a special assignment which is focused on strengthening the program, providing sustainability, and protecting the interest of Jamaica.
The government is exploring the development of underutilized land on Lower Bevan Avenue in Montego Bay, St. James to establish a transportation center. Minister of Transport Darrell Vaz made the disclosure following a recent tour of the Montego Bay Transport Center and the land owned by the Jamaica Railway Corporation, JRC. He says the aim is to better manage the heavy traffic flow entering the city from Westmoreland and Hanover.
The Jamaica Railway Corporation owns approximately 15 of the primest acres of real estate in all of Montego Bay downtown. It is totally underutilized, it is not producing, and it is in need of urgent planning. We need to develop a plan that takes into consideration what obtains now and what are the issues that are facing Montego Bay with the congestion and all that goes with it, because this is in the heart of Montego Bay.
The minister says residents will be integrated into the development process.
Government has to provide proper facilities for transportation and other amenities, and therefore we can do something while taking into consideration those persons who are legally and lawfully here, to make sure that they are integrated in the plan, they are compensated for whatever structures they have, and most importantly, they are given an opportunity to take part in the new development when that comes.
Mayor of Montego Bay, Councillor Richard Vernon, welcomed the proposed project, describing it as timely.
If you look from east to west in Montego Bay, you see that we're entering a period of rapid economic growth. What this means is that we are going to pull employment, massive employment, to this space. And with that, we have to organize transportation in Montego Bay.
The Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation has launched a program to have special recycling bins in the ministry for the disposal of polyethylene terephthalate drinking bottles for reuse. The Eco Champion Recycling Initiative is being pursued in partnership with Recycling Partners of Jamaica. Portfolio Minister Matthew Samuda is encouraging other government agencies and organizations to follow in this regard.
This is the government saying to the private sector, we see you with recycling partners, we raise you one more, we look forward to you raising us another one after, because moral suasion and partnership is critical to achieve our environmental targets. There is no need for law if you're going to do the right thing.
Director of Communications and Public Relations in the ministry, Danny Clark, says there will be a rollout of this initiative in several schools in Western Jamaica starting in November.
Now we know that it's a culture change. We know that when we're at work, we want to go and buy our own little water, drink from our bottles, or want to go and buy our soda or our juice. So what we want you to do is to have a mind change. We want you not just to put the plastic in the bins, but we want you to walk with your reusable items.
The Ministry of Education and Youth will be providing 100 secondary schools with access to a new virtual learning platform in a significant move to enhance educational resources. Permanent Secretary Dr. Casson Troop made the disclosure during a recent press conference at the ministry. She explains that the virtual platform, which will be hosted through a dedicated service provider, will give access to expert teachers from various institutions.
If a school does not have a particular teacher, that school will be given this resource where they can tap into live and recorded lessons. So there is always something to access to support learning on the ground. And that gives access to expert teachers everywhere. So we may have a strong teacher in Campion or Immaculate, for example, and those teachers are available to record lessons, and we can bring that to you so you have access to those. That facility is now in the system.
In addition to the new platform, Dr. Troop is reminding parents to utilize recorded lessons from the COVID-19 pandemic era that are available on the ministry's website to support their children's learning.
You may not be able to pay for extra lesson, but you can access the internet, right? Or you can download, because you may not need the internet once to download. This is also available. Learning resources and opportunities, they are available to our students.
And finally, Education Minister Favour Williams is urging parents who are struggling with their children's behavioral issues to reach out for help through the National Parent Support Helpline. Her appeal came during Wednesday's back-to-school post-cabinet press briefing at Jamaica House. Minister Williams emphasized the importance of therapeutic interventions to address unresolved trauma and behavioral issues in children. She reported that the National Parent Support Commission successfully engaged over 100,000 parents last year, covering crucial topics such as effective parenting, active listening, and handling sensitive discussions. This program will continue in the new school year.
We know, as we would have seen towards the end of the last year, that there was a need for therapeutic interventions for our children. These available interventions address unresolved trauma and harmful behavior. And so we call on our parents who are having issues with their children, before you think of hitting or abusing them, pick up the phone, call the hotline, call the parenting hotline. Help is there for you, and we want you to keep that at the forefront of your mind.
Parents in need of support can contact the Parent Support Helpline at 876-560-9272. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Theodore Henry. Thanks for watching.
Hi everyone, let's talk Granty Need. Eligible targeted loan applicants may receive a non-repayable granting aid of $60,000. These funds can be used for school-related expenses such as traveling, buying food, housing, or purchasing a laptop, for example. Eligibility is determined by the financial circumstances of applicants and the availability of grants. Apply early at slbja.com and be one of 4,200 beneficiaries of our granting aid.
for staying with us. As you plan your weekend and prepare for the new school year, keep in mind that having a strategy in place can make for a smoother transition. Up next, we'll explore a fascinating symbiotic relationship between mining and agriculture, demonstrating how even seemingly unrelated fields can work together harmoniously. Mining community is here to support agriculture, and as much as is possible, we do want all who are interested in getting reclaimed lands, accessing repurposed bauxite assets, including lease spaces in our warehouses, to just reach out to us.
The Jamaica Bauxite Mining Limited, JBM, is more than just a legacy operation. Established in 1975, JBM has been a cornerstone of Jamaican industry and commerce, and it still plays a pivotal role in the symbiotic relationship between mining and agriculture.
There's a systematic way of dealing with mining, where from the onset there are methodologies that are done to ensure that there is responsibility of miners in ensuring that there is resilience after mining has taken place. That's from the first tier. The second tier is actually the mining tier, where we actually have many minerals that are extracted from the earth that are essential in putting together things like fertilizers. Many people don't know this. There are actually minerals that are also essential for planting certain crops. So here we have the display indicating that to the public so that the public can be educated along that line. And then at the final tier, we actually have the repurposing, the reclamation and repurposing of bauxite lands, of mining lands, to actually benefit the agricultural sector. You might already know of things like greenhouses that have been put up on reclaimed land. We have many technologies that have been effected to actually make agriculture super resilient on mined-out property.
The Jamaica Bauxite Mining Limited is a government-owned company with a business enterprise mandate. In addition to being the custodian of over 4,000 acres of government properties in St. Ann, JBM monitors the operations of Discovery Bauxite Partners, a mining operation based in Discovery Bay, St. Ann. The story of this public body is one of innovation, responsibility, and a deep commitment to the future of both mining and agriculture on the island.
Mining is from the earth, agriculture is from the earth. Mining community is here to support agriculture, and as much as is possible, we do want all who are interested in getting reclaimed lands, accessing repurposed bauxite assets, including lease spaces in our warehouses, to just reach out to us using our website www.jbm.gov.jm.
To go to college, I can't find anybody to stand security for me. I mean, I could ask my aunt, but she's likely not going to want to do it. Let me ask her just in case. Granty, do you know if anybody I could use to stand as guarantor for my student loan? I'm really struggling here.
Hey sis, what are you stressing about now?
Time is winding down and I need to find someone to stand as guarantor for my student loan. But everyone I ask can't seem to do it, and I don't know what to do now.
So hold on. You didn't know that the Students' Loan Bureau doesn't require a guarantor for the loan application?
Are you serious? That's amazing.
Yes, effective April 1, 2024, the Students' Loan Bureau no longer requires applicants to have guarantors. This applies to all SLB loan products. With SLB, you can make your dreams a reality. Visit our website at slbja.com for more details and follow all our social media platforms to be in the loop.
Road safety time and time to slow down. Cut the speed, let it up and go. The road code and up, play. Use the light in a night or day. Speed kills when you're in a hurry. Hit the child and then they cry sorry. But if you decode the speed, nobody life will them bleed. While stop it and bleed. Just cut the speed. bus driver, bike man, ladder, Mark X and Honda. We are FIFA, we are race, so stop. The sign it said, children crossing the speed on them. When they see a pedestrian crossing, just stop. Don't drive past them. Road safety time, a time for slow down. Cut the speed on the young kangaroo. Motorists, please look out for us when we're crossing the road.
Parents encounter numerous challenges when it comes to providing for their children, and preparing for back to school is a testament to that. However, it's important to note that many individuals and organizations are stepping up to support back-to-school efforts. In our next feature, we'll highlight how one principal is making a difference by providing breakfast for students, ensuring they start their day with the nutrition they need to excel in their learning.
Welcome to Kallum Basic School. Directly across from the Riverton landfill lies a small poverty-hit community of about 500 people. There, you find an established preschool that educates roughly 56 local children. This beam of promise not only offers their children a grassroots education, but has served the students in ways that have brought a sense of hope within the community. And this is their tale.
I became the principal 2005, September. When I came here, the Kallum Basic School was governed by St. Patrick Foundation. We have 2 rooms, 1 kitchen and 2 bathrooms. So coming to Kallum Basic School, it was a little new thing for me, because where I was before, I had my own office. So this is what I have to start with.
While that was going on, many of the little ones were being dropped off at the school without a meal to start the day. But a cup of tea a day can help to keep the worries at bay.
I have 6 children, and 4 of my 6 children came here. Sometimes I don't have anything to give my child to come to school. So when Miss Black keep the PTA meeting and suggest about the breakfast club, I just said I will volunteer because I know sometimes we really don't have the breakfast to let them come to school, and then sometimes we not even have the breaks. Miss Black realized that I can cook, so she offered me the job and I take it. Sometimes with the porridge for breakfast, we will do fried dumpling and cinnamon. Sometimes it's just like omelette, egg omelette, Milo tea.
But one particular morning, I was very busy going from the kitchen to the office and through the classrooms. I was going on my way to my office, but I looked around and I saw this little one, his face looked droopy, and I turned around and said, "You okay?" And maybe he was trying to explain, but he was so ill. And I said, "You feel sick?" And I said, "Did you have breakfast this morning?" But he did not know what I was asking about breakfast. I said, "You drink tea?" And he would do like this, "No." I said, "Don't drink no tea." I said, "I'm gonna give you some tea." So I rushed to my office and coming out back to go right to the kitchen to prepare something for him. And I hear like, no, somebody vomit up. But his mom didn't left the compound as yet. And his mom came in. And I said, "You never give him no tea?" And she said, "No, miss, me never have any money. But me buy him 1 bag juice and I eat, me give him." And trust me, that did something deep in my core, deep in my soul. It affected me so much. And I said, no, even little tea water I'm gonna start with.
But we are sending them to school because we know say Miss Black now going to turn them away from the lunch, so we send them same.
Trust me, when you start something, it will attract people to come and help. And And this is how everything started coming in. And since I started it, we have several different organizations come to just help.
And one such group is the New York-based church Perfecting Faith Ministries, which is being led by Pastor Donnie McClurkin.
I was introduced to Kallum maybe about 12 years ago. And we came and we did some medical and dental work here with the kids. And it's become an annual thing every year since then, with the exception of the 1 year during the pandemic. But this is my home now, and we've adopted it. It is, we sponsor it every month with a stipend. And we are totally behind 100% what the principal is doing here. And we look forward to seeing it grow. We really do.
This basic school, this is where I'm working it for it to be. The uptown basic school, the prep school in a downtown setting where it is affordable for children to come and get a sound education, nice meal, good and clean environment. So I'm not the principal that really stay in the classroom and the business with school business. No, I'm business with the community business because that's where it starts first. If I want to change a nation, if I want to empower and grow a champion, I have to be involved in the life of the people.
Parenting needs to be strengthened. Parenting. Parents must take charge. We cannot have people becoming parents and you are weak. You cannot allow a gang leader to take your child. I only have these children when they come to me, when the parents send them to me. So, these are your children. How dare you give them over to gang members? You must, and the whole family, must be in charge of the children. Children are children, and they need to be nurtured. We must take control until we hand over to them. That is what needs to be done.
Understanding health trends is vital for shaping public well-being and the nation's overall health landscape. In our next feature, we provide insights from the Minister of Health and Wellness, Dr. Tufton, as he discusses the critical role of consumer health and its significant impact on the Jamaican population.
As a country, we are indeed, if we never knew, a part of a global community. And there is a merging of cultures in a sense where we have lost or losing our individual identities because we are now part of this larger community. And I think that also came out of the COVID experience where we couldn't solve our own problems without interfacing with others. But the NCD pandemic that we face, which is a far bigger pandemic, it tells us that we accept a lot more readily what traditionally has been alien to our culture and almost accept it more readily than traditionally what we're accustomed to, because we view it perception-wise as a more superior form of life, living, and enjoyment. We can't go out there and tell people, look at the salt, sugars, fats, and decide your mind in your own interest. That's part of the narrative. But we're going to have to do a lot more than that. We're going to have to help people to explain quality of life. We're going to have to help them explain satisfaction that can be derived from those scientific data. The other very important message around this culture and merging of culture is the extent to which we have to appeal to particular stakeholders who oftentimes, to my mind, in this country anyway, do not sufficiently have an appreciation between the links around consumption and the impact it has on the population. Oftentimes, their population who are their consumers, or their mothers, or their fathers, or their brothers, or sisters, or children. I believe that our mercantile class, who again clearly has their mission, there is sufficient insensitivity, I believe, and too much of it, to what we produce for the consuming public, our consumers, our workers, our family members, our community, because we're all merged as one, and the links between that objective and what the long-term impact is on the population and on those very same people.
As we approach the start of the new school year, it's important to embrace this transition with a positive mindset and a strong focus on learning. To support this, the Ministry of Education is intensifying efforts to ensure school safety and provide comprehensive support to all stakeholders. Here are some key measures you can expect this school year.
The safety and well-being of our stakeholders is of paramount importance. As such, we're leveraging support to ensure that there are disaster preparedness kits, including first aid supplies, flashlights, batteries, emergency response kits are in our schools, and we'll be doing that as we go through the school year. Similarly, our guidance and counseling unit has partnered with the Ministry of Health and Wellness to provide increased access to guidance counselors to help students, staff, and parents cope with any particular issue related to the hurricane and other difficulty and unfortunate circumstances.
We've reached the end of our program. Get a recap of everything you saw here and more on our website, jis.gov.jm. In the words of David Griffiths, labor for learning before you grow old, for learning is better than silver and gold. Silver and gold will vanish away, but a good education will never decay. I'm Audrey Williams. Bye for now.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.